Welcome to my opinion on a Ladiva Foundation video. All of these is the way that I use the moves and how in situations that I believe that they should be used in. Um, we're just gonna go over just the moves individually. We're not gonna go into any combos or anything like intermediate or advanced. It's strictly just bottom line. This is the move. This is why you use it. We start with the lights here. So your 2L, it's a good poke tool. It can be used after 5L to make it to have a frame tight window where you can't be DP'd, and you can use it on dash to make sure that you don't have to worry about 6L coming up. 5L is pretty much the life force of all of your most a majority of your offense. It's a good pressure tool. It's your main tick grab. Um, you can do 5L far light lariat into SBA. It has to be the lariat one though. It's starts triple attack, which honestly is a very powerful mental tool for you. Um, and then you have far light. After 6XL, it can be used. If you on block or on hit, it can go into headbutt. SSBA is an option after hitting it. 2M can be used after it to try and bait a DP or some kind of unsafe attack that does not have a lot of range. For your mediums, 2M is a good keep out tool. It wins out in most advancing situations at round start. It can be used if you have your opponent in a juggle state and they're not high enough for your frames to be able to hit in a like 5M 5L situation. And then it also combos into lariat, headbutt, or SSBA. Um, Headbutt is a primary option after on block due to the fact that it continues pressure. Lariat and SSBA are mostly used if you hit in either a juggle state or a standing hit situation. 5M can be used as a frame trap button if you got the timing down for 5L into delayed 5M. Um, it's also used in a combo situation where you go 5L and then slight delay 5M auto combo and to get the extra damage in. Also combos into SBA on hit, mostly in a juggle situation, considering uh, on the ground it's going to be dependent upon distance, so that's kind of a knowledge situation. Your far medium is another keep out tool when beats out most options round start. Uh, it's you're a good mid range get in tool. You can do far medium lariat, far medium headbutt. Headbutt would be in a block situation. Lariat or headbutt would be used in an on hit situation. It's if you get a hit at mid range, it's also a good tool for to do follow up, i.e. connector. Um, it's probably your best weapon against Belial. Generally, in that matchup, you want to you be in far medium range and wait for a projectile to come out. And the second you see the animation, whip out far medium. You get the hit, get lariat. You're in. You do your thing. Combos. Yeah, well, it combos in the headbutt, lariat, and SSBA. Mostly in with lariat and SSBA, it's going to be a combo situation or on hit situation. Sorry, or a juggle situation. You really kind of like. I mean, obviously you don't want to do SBA on block for obvious reasons, but lariat can end up with a guard crush situation, which can lead into other things. But that's for another video. Your heavies. It's probably one of your best anti-air tool. Your 2H best anti-air tool you probably have. That thing will hit pretty much everywhere. Uh, you can do a combo extender Um, as you can see, I have a example here where you have auto combo, EX headbutt, 2H lariat, SSBA, SS or SSBA because it'll put them in a very long hit state. Your 5H is a good meaty tool. Most of the people who watch me will see me do this after I get an EX anti-air as a finisher. Um, it's a secondary anti-air tool, and what I mean by that is that it will catch jumping jumps and it will catch certain attacks at a with higher up than 2H, and you get big damage off. I mean, humongous damage off of it if you can happen to hit it, but it's very hard. And it's the situations that come up are very niche, and you have to be ready for them. Um, it will hit if you do 5L into 5H, it will catch people jumping, which will give you your combo, mostly in the corner. It does not normally work in mid screen unless they jump straight up, which most people aren't jumping straight up. Let's be honest. Um, if somebody blocks it, you can get light SPD because it'll put you in range for light SPD because everything else's range is kind of doo doo right now. Um, but you have to delay it just a little bit. The timing is something you're gonna have to learn. Um, Headbutt follow up if you choose to are you it, I would do headbutt follow up if you feel like somebody's going to either jump or mash on you afterwards trying to catch something that you're going to an option that you're going to pick afterwards. Lariat, you could do lariat follow up if airborne. You could also do headbutt follow up. I forgot to put that on here. I just realized it when I went over this earlier. um Both of them will put into a juggle state, and you can go into the other one if you have to use one or the other because one is on cooldown. Primarily, though, you want to go into Lariat because it's just an easier juggle combo. And if you finish your corner combo with headbutt and you have SSBA, you can do one hit headbutt, have them bounce off the floor and catch them with SSBA. That's why I normally recommend ending most juggle combos with headbutt in situations like that because you have options. Lariat will primarily put you in a situation where you have to kind of just go SSBA or I mean you would have to get a hit first basically is what I'm saying after Lariat. Yeah. Um, Far heavy. This is a very good button if you use it properly. Um, you it can be used as to punish aggressive options, as in round start, sharp Blanca ball. It beats that. It beats out Cagliostro's far heavy, but you have to do it at the same time. It'll beat out Siegfried's far heavy, I think. It's the little stabby thing. Um, it beats out Vasaraga's far heavy. It punishes so many things that most people will try and do a lot at round start, which is why I normally use it at round start. But if somebody ducks it, because you can it can be blocked on a crouching opponent, but you have to be extremely close to them. It's kind of crazy. Um, but if you get a hit or even on block, your option on hit or on block, your option is going to be EX headbutt or headbutt in general, due to the fact that it's a um, basically it's a frame trap on block straight up. Like the only thing people can do is SBA or DP it. Um, if you get the hit, you can either go into a combo or you can go SSBA or SSBA headbutt lariat. I put SBA twice. or SSBA follow. If they block it, or if you whiff it and you have them conditioned to stand still, you can go into SBA or SSBA depending on what range you're at. Um, next would be uniques. 5U. Everybody knows this as like my favorite button. It is literally the mental stack tester. Do not do this unless you feel like you have conditioned an opponent to not only block but stay on the ground. Because the risk reward is more in risk than it is reward because of the certain routes that they took from her going into Rising. You can get huge damage off of it though. I think it's somewhere in the ballpark of like 9-10k if you're in the corner. Um, Again, not recommended unless you're absolutely confident it's going to hit. The farther you are away, the faster the frame data is. I think it goes from like 49 to like 35, something like that. Um, Light follow up is never an option. Do not ever do light follow up, and don't let it just go by itself because it's the same thing as hitting light. If you hit this thing, you want to hit medium or heavy because heavy will will launch them up. You could time your lariat. You can get corner carry or an extended carry combo into, quite frankly, good Oki in most cases. Medium will allow you to use far medium or far heavy into lariat to get a also further carry and so forth. After heavy, if you time it right, you can SSBA for what I like to call the alley oop. Um, I only do it if I know I'm gonna kill with it. That's why I literally put for the memes. That is all. I do not recommend doing it unless you know it's gonna kill. But if honestly, if you're in a situation where SSBA can kill after somebody takes a 1K 5U, you're probably better off not taking that gamble. Gonna be honest with you. Let's see. 2U, the Gap Punisher. If this will find a way to find a big gap in somebody's pressure, most people will probably end up punishing you if you just mash this. So you kind of want to mash this with some kind of knowledge of the character you're against. You can use it as a combo ender. 2L, 2L, 2U is a thing. With the way damage is and the way meter gain is on this, I kind of don't know. I don't see You don't see a lot of people using this anymore for good reason. Because if you get 2L, you could probably get five or far light into headbutt, into auto combo, into bigger, more damage and more meter gains. And since hard knockdown isn't really a thing anymore, this combo is kind of like a like knowledge check. Basically, you could kind of tell if the Ladiva is still playing vanilla or not. If it's blocked, it is very unsafe, extremely unsafe. You're gonna take a combo. You're gonna take damage, so be very careful about your usage of it. You are considered grounded, even though she is not. She is in the air, and the one reason I could think about that is because she puts her hand on the floor, so you can actually get grabbed out of this. You could even be air grabbed out of this, ironically enough. So this is one move that Ladiva has where you are both air on the ground and in the air at the same time. It is the craziest thing. Triple attacks. I do not see enough people trying to utilize this to try and condition people. But most of the time, when the diva's hitting you, you're going to get guard canceled anyways. So most people don't get the chance to do this. But you got your 6M ender. It's got knockdown. They have to guess on wake up yet again, and it's low hitting. It's unsafe to unblock. But that's pretty much all triple attacks. 6HNE, that's pretty much your moneymaker right there. It'll knock down anybody who tries to jump out. It allows you for a light SPD follow up with slight delay, or you can get continued pressure if you want to try and bait out SBA or DP. It's also one safe on block, uh, and I'm fairly certain you can get close light combo after it, but there's almost never a situation where you're in that. So it kind of depends. You might be able to get far light though. Your jumping attacks, your light. You want to pretty much all of these are pushing late. You always want to push the button right around when you're falling in the general vicinity of like the character's like head neck area, because as soon as you as soon as they block it, you can go right into SBA or SPD. SPD. Actually, you can go to SBA too, depending if you have the meter, um, and you feel like they're gonna mash on you. That's also a thing too, because you don't want to. Yeah, but if they mash on you after block, I mean, to be fair, you're taking the gamble anyways. If you push it late as well, and somebody is trying to mash on you when you're falling down, you will get a hit, and generally that's causes a counter hit, so you're going to get a combo out of it. Medium, if somebody pushes their anti-air button too late, you're gonna hit, counter hit, combo ensues. You're heavy. This thing has so much range; it is disgusting. I can't even tell you. Uh, so the there is combo potential off of hitting off of it. The problem is that it's very range dictated, so you kind of need to know. You kind of have to know you're gonna hit actually, so and then know where you are when you're hitting, because far medium is generally the option here if you hit from like mid range into, I mean, in this case you can go into raging strike or headbutt if you're in range of headbutt. That's the problem, because headbutts, you know, kind of wonky nowadays. Your unique is your basic big body left right mix button. um, if you get a hit off of it, you get a combo, and routes also dependent upon what you have available and everything else. Your dash attacks, light. That's your mid screen Oki. If you get a knockdown, you run up your 6L. You can get S. You can go into SPD after that. You can go into far light. You know, far medium or close medium, all depending upon range. All of these are literally your close options are pretty much SPD close medium. Your mid screen are your mid to like somewhat far options, are your far light, far medium. Depends. Everything is range dictated. Medium. Uh, you it helps condition your opponent on wake up to either not want to jump, not want to crouch block, which honestly is kind of detrimental, but not always, because 2M into headbutt is a combo, and you always want to keep your opponent guessing on wake up. It looks a lot shorter than it is. This shit hits from downtown. Um, Heavy has extremely long range for what it is. You are able to combo into SSBA on block. You're not gonna combo into SSBA on hit. You have to make sure they block it, or you whiff in just a way to where you're in range, because it has the same about the same amount of recovery as far heavy does. So you kind of just let it rip and then just start churning, or you can delay it a little bit to see what options you have and then just let it go, because SSBA has invulnerability, so you're good. If somebody tries to mash on you or jump in the corner and you hit them, you get a wall bounce combo for anywhere between 7 to 10k, depending on what cooldowns you have and where you're at with SSBA or SBA. It is insane. It is disgusting. Then you have SPD as your first special. This is literally just your, hey, I conditioned you. Congratulations, you're getting grabbed. Hugs are for everybody, and I have one just for you. Headbutt, your hit confirmer. If you ever get, far medium, far heavy hit, pretty much want to go into headbutt. Far light, you can go and get in a headbutt in as well. You need two hits of auto combo generally, um, to two hits of light, and I think one hit of medium, one hit of heavy to be able to go into headbutt comfortably. Generally, just to be safe, I would just do two hits of medium, just so you don't drop it, because getting in is still kind of annoying in this game. You do one hit if you want to try and do SPD follow up. You could also go. You could also you can go into light. You can go into medium. You can try and call out a jump if you feel like that's going to happen. The second hit is just it's kind of the test, if they're conditioned, or if they're still in fight mode. Number three, only time you really want to go into your third hit of headbutt is if you feel like they're just gonna mash at that point because they think you're done after two, or you have enough meter to cover your option, uh, to SSBA or SBA, because you think they're gonna mash. This is honestly the three hit into SBA SSBA thing is one of those, your last case scenario things, because most people are going to probably mash afterwards, but if it's like a end game situation and you have the bar and you're playing somebody who knows about Ladiva, you're probably going to get jumped. I'm not even joking. Your lariat, that's your combo extender, uh, and it's also your risk reward get in tool. So if you feel like somebody's about to do something unsafe that you can catch the startup frames on, i.e., Luwane's Boys Call Out, Lancelot's EX Icicle, Matera Butterfly, Matera Waterfall, um, Belial's Projectile, if it's coming and you can catch the startup frames. Um, Bub, Bezel Bubs, or just Bubs, that want to charge their projectile. Um, what else? Well, those are fine examples. You get the gist of it. Your anti-air grab, you can use it as a combo ender. Generally, you want to use EX because um, you get the damage, plus you get extended carry. The I can't 2H here. If you feel like you've hesitated just ever so slightly, that 2H is not an option. Anti-air grab would be your backup option, considering it is slightly faster. Well, then we have the supers. Quarter, uh, you know, lariat super. What are you shooting for? If you have somebody who's obviously and pretty much flow charting their shots, you just wait it out, get within a safe range, wait for them to push the button. As soon as you see, depending on your range, as soon as you see the projectile, you could generally just let it rip. Wow, I said I try to mix whip and rip in the same word. My apologies. Um, it's You can also um, go through unsafe doll moves, i.e. um, the little DP motion, little flip up thing, the spinning one that does two spins, and if you can call out, if you do it on reaction to her sending the doll up at certain ranges, you can, like the little air one that they like to do. You can also catch it there too, but I just would recommend using it for the two Rekka options. Um, Quarter circle back, grab the SBA. Uh, Punishes people who want to stagger. Um, if anybody safe jumps with full butter, um, and they're not going to jump again, or they're just trying to do the safe jump to try and get you to mash, it'll punish that. If anybody runs up on you, generally they're and you know they're not going to jump to bait it out. You can it'll punish pretty much any button that somebody runs up on. And then my favorite robbery tool, 720 baby. The I honestly do not recommend waking up with this, even though I do it a lot and have a lot of success. But then I also do calculated wake up SSBA. Um, you can end it will end a combo juggle, no problem. It does have a kind of high hitbox, so height isn't really normally going to be too much of a problem. Um, it has a long range. Like even I'm shocked half the time where I can hit this thing from. And then this thing will do 60% damage to somebody with two crystals raw for free. Anybody with default 1500 damage life or 15k life will instantly take 60%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, and then it does about 50% if they have full crystals. So it's so just disgustingly good. Up and then that is all I have. Um, this is my first time doing something like this, so if I got any information wrong or you want to just add on to this at all, please let me know on the bottom and down below, and I will do my best to either alter this or correct it in some way. Um, Anybody who actually sat around for 27 minutes and listened to me ramble and stutter, I appreciate it. If you want me to make another video going over possible combo routes and or um, like intermediate stuff, like option selects after each thing, let's give me a like. If I get like, I don't know, because I got nobody, if I hit like 100 likes or something like that, I'll do it, no problem. You know what, let's make it 50. Let's make it 50. Okay, let's be reasonable here. I don't have that much of a following. Yeah, 50 likes, and I'll put up a poll on Twitter if I'm doing intermediate video or if I'm going to be doing a combo route video. Um, Outside of that, take care, and I'll see you for the next one.